Do you remember doing this? And doing this? Or even doing this? The decline of local co-op and multiplayer gaming has become a notable topic in recent years, especially as the gaming landscape evolves. While once upon a time, gathering your friends and family around for a gaming session was a cherished tradition, the rise of online gaming has changed the game, quite literally. So in this video, we're going to be exploring the factors that contributed to this decline. So to kick things off, let's take a stroll down memory lane. So remember those evenings you spent inside your friend's living room with your controllers in your hand, shouting at a small television screen as you battle it out in like Mario Kart or Tekken or FIFA tournaments. Those days were the days when local player games, especially local player multiplayer games, thrived. You know, consoles like the PS2 and the Xbox were practically in every house. You know, if you didn't have one of your friends had one. You know, the atmosphere there on those nights were just honestly second to none. But we didn't know how lucky we had it at the time. And it was all about to change very quickly, you know. So technology obviously progressed, and so did the way we play games. So the rise of high-speed internet and the explosion of online gaming platforms have changed everything. So now you can just hop online and connect with your buddies from all over the world without ever leaving your room. So the shift has made gaming like a lot more accessible than ever. But it also has led to a decrease in local multiplayer games. So instead of gathering in a living room, you're now logging into your console or PC, and oftentimes you find yourself playing with strangers rather than with your friends. So one of the key factors behind this shift is convenience. In today's fast-paced world, finding the time to meet up with your friends, it can be a challenge. You know, we're grown-ups. A lot of us, you know, we got lives. You know, we got families, we got jobs, we got school, we got college, whatever we got, you know. So it's just a lot easier for us to hop online for an hour rather than, you know, organize to meet your friends. You know, this has led to the developers focusing more on, I guess, more bigger online experiences. So we've seen like the Battle Royale surge in the likes of Fortnite and Apex and Call of Duty have done that. You know, it draws people in with bright, shiny things, you know. That's exactly what it does, you know. There's battle passes and, you know, just crazy things to be unlocked. But that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. But to get back on track, let's not forget the social aspect of gaming. I almost cursed there. I didn't mean to curse. So I'm just going to leave that in as a little blooper. So if you do hear that, just let me know down below in the comments. I didn't mean to curse, I promise you. So let's not forget the social aspect of gaming. So while online gaming offers a different kind of interaction, it can't quite replicate the feeling of, you know, sitting side by side with your friends, sharing the highs and lows of gaming. You know, the camaraderie that comes with local co-op gaming is something very special, you know. Like shouting at your buddies to give you cheats, or for someone to shout cheats out to you, you know, or to tell you someone is behind you, or whatever it is, you know. It's a lot different now than what it was back then, you know. It's a lot different, you know. And another factor contributing to this as well is the decline of local co-op gaming. The evolution of gaming culture itself, you know, in recent years, like games have been a lot more diverse. Long gone are the days where, you know, your multiplayer games were the likes of GoldenEye or Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, you know. they were the staples of multiplayer games and of even single player games as well. Where now you have the likes of The Last of Us, you have Uncharted, which like are amazing games as well, but they're more of a storytelling game. You know, with those games there's no multiplayer that I'm aware of anyway, at least. So with the games more recently, they've all focused on a lot more of the solo player and immersive experience rather than the experience of you and your mates sat around a sofa playing games. As well, like mobile gaming has really played a role in this decline as well. You know, everybody has a smartphone or a tablet. You know, there's people playing Candy Crush and all of that malarkey, you know, so people can enjoy it on the go. You see people on the trains and buses and walking down the street, you know. So like gaming is not what it once was. Like gaming was once a very niche market, you know. You had to be, I don't know, you had to be almost like a proper nerd to be a video gamer, you know, and to enjoy video games. Whereas now, you know, everybody and their nan plays video games, you know. So in light of these changes as well, it is essential that we acknowledge that the decline of the local co-op gaming isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like the gaming industry is continually evolving, which is amazing. You know, there's always new opportunities for creativity and innovation. You know, developers are finding ways to blend local and online experiences, creating games that allow for both local, co-op and online play. So you have titles like Overcooked and It Takes Two. They've both been successful in capturing that spirit of local multiplayer while also offering online options, you know, so at least people get the best of both worlds in that regard. But these games are very few and far between. You have to go out of your way to look for them, you know. It's not going, like, you're not going to be finding games every second game in the aisle. You'll find that is a multiplayer game, you know. Like I remember looking on the back of old PS2 boxes, and there's very few games that were just one player. Practically every game had some element of multiplayer, you know. And there's definitely still a place for those gaming nights right now, you know. Whether not everybody has a PS2 or an old 360 or a GameCube or whatever it may be, but if you or your cousins, your family or whatever, friends live local, organize a gaming tournament. Just one night to do it, not even make it a regular thing. Just try it and see if you can rekindle that love of gaming. So to conclude, the decline of local co-op and multiplayer games can be associated with many factors, including the rise of online gaming, obviously changing social dynamics, and player preferences constantly changing. The gaming landscape has shifted. The essence of local gaming remains important, especially in a culture that values connection and community. So whether you're battling it out on the couch or teaming up online, remember, the joys of gaming is ultimately all in your hands. And I hope that we all do connect a lot more often, but in person. Maybe we should try that a little bit more often. Slán go fóla cardja. So, are local co-op and local multiplayer games really dying a death? Will we ever see a resurgence in them? I hope so. I really do, because they were some of the best games ever made, and they're some of my most favourite gaming memories. So folks, as always, if you've enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what was your favourite co-op game. And we'll see you on the next one, folks.